Hello YouTube, Max, Sports NextDoor, here to talk about Denis Shapovalov and Novak Djokovic's Wimbledon semifinal that saw Djokovic advance in straight sets. As a Canadian, I had a pretty obvious bias in this one watching, but also a huge Djokovic fan. So a bittersweet feeling of your guy won, but your guy lost. It was a really awesome intense competitive tennis match for the 3 sets that it lasted. As Djokovic said in the interview, the score did not reflect how the match was played out. For the first 2 sets, I would say Shapo was the better player. He served so well for most of it, broke Djokovic on Djokovic's second serving game to take that lead. He played so many really fantastic rally points. He knew he had to go for it to be perfect, to be hitting the line with tons of power, tons of spin, tons of control, and he showed that he could do all that and sustain it for long periods of time. Ultimately, it was just the clutch moments. He couldn't come up big. In that first set, Djokovic got enough of a handle on the serve to put the ball in play and turn it into 50-50 rallies, and just kept asking Shapo to find his winners, and that's when the unforced errors came in from Shapovalov. Second set, almost the exact same thing going late, where Shapo's been serving well all set, and then the errors start to come. There were a couple of double faults in the break he lost there in the second set, as well as the unforced errors that came from just the back and forth rallying. It was really the third set where you saw the mental fatigue set in. Earlier, it had been Shapo getting far more break opportunities, but in the third set, Djokovic's started to come. Credit to Shapo for not giving up on himself, not faltering when Djokovic had the break points, and Shapo managed to save them, dig them out. But again, comes to 5-5, third set, everything on the line, and 2 double faults, some unforced errors, and Djokovic gets the chance to serve for the match, which he does effortlessly, as he did earlier in the second set. From Djokovic, it shows why he's the number 1 in the world. He can just hang in there with a fantastic server, someone giving it them their all, playing their best tennis, and keep it neck and neck. When he goes down a break, he loses one step, but resumes right back into rhythm in the dance, knowing he's going to get his chance. And when he does, he doesn't choke. He stays calm, and he plays the highest percentage shots he can and plays them well. So for Shapovalov, you hope that, or we, the Canadians, hope that having been there, done that, the next time he's in this situation, he is a little more calm, plays the points a little bit better, and hopefully less unforced errors, less double faults. Some of Shapovalov's games, you can see in the stat line, that's the story, just so many double faults, so many unforced errors. In this case, it was really just the timing on them, which the level of play was there. He went toe-to-toe with the number 1 in the world for hours and looked fine. It's just in those clutch moments that he hasn't experienced yet, and hopefully now that he has, and he will continue to, eventually he will be the guy who is nerves of steel on one side while the other guy's trembling. So this sets up a final between Djokovic and Berrettini. Gonna replay their match. They had one Grand Slam matchup already this year at the French Open that saw Djokovic advance in 4 sets, though he really did struggle with the serve of Berrettini at times. And on grass, that's going to be that much harder. Likewise with the forehand. Felix probably gave Berrettini more trouble than Herbert did. Seen when you put the pressure on, Berrettini looked a little unsteady against Felix, but he regained his footing, and it's going to be such a fantastic Wimbledon final. Djokovic looking to close out that number 1 player of all time GOAT status with a win here, I think, although of course there's always more to do. If he does that, he's going to have the opportunity for the Golden Grand Slam this year. So excited to hear about it. Hope Shapo is keeping his chin up. That was an amazing match of tennis, a really great first entry into the top 4 of a Grand Slam. But Djokovic still the number 1 player in the world, and it showed.